If you're selling your home in South Mississippi during the summer, you are facing a big challenge. I'm talking about heat, but not just heat combined with humidity. But here's the truth of what I found after 4 decades of being in the real estate business. People don't buy just from what they see, they also buy from what they feel. Today, I'm going to show you 9 ways to help your buyer fall completely in love with your house in the summer, even though it may be 95 degrees outside with an 85% humidity. But before we start, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Chester Harvey with Chester Harvey Realtors. I've been in the business for 45 plus years here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And if you were talking about buying, selling, renting, investing, you could not come to a better person who has seen everything in the course of that 45 years of business. And if you think that I've got a little sense, maybe you'd like to continue to get these instructional videos telling you mainly about Ocean Springs, Mississippi and the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Just want to go ahead and subscribe and touch that notification bell so you'll be getting 2 new videos every week that can help you in the buying and selling process, and also tell you a little bit about the Mississippi Gulf Coast. So let's get into it. The first way to make buyers absolutely fall in love with your house is to give them a cool experience. You've got to create that cool relief once they walk in the house. This is vitally important in the summertime because by the time they get to look at your house, they may have gotten in and out of the car, gotten into the hot weather, are frustrated, tired, hungry, and they have a 2-year-old child that's about to drive them crazy. So it's important that when they come into your house, that it feels cool and inviting, because people buy by the way they feel. I know that's crazy, but in my years of business, they do buy how they feel. So the moment they walk through your front door, they should feel relief. What do? Well, at night you may set the temperature up to 78 degrees to save on electricity, but when you know someone's coming to see your house, you need to put it down to 70 or 72 degrees so that it's inviting when they walk in the house. Make sure that your heating and air conditioning system has been serviced recently and is very quiet when they come in. Use ceiling fans and keep the air moving in each room. And you might want to consider a subtle smell, maybe with a scented candle, nothing overpowering, just kind of to melt into the air and circulate. Why this is working? Like I said before, they're getting in and out of the car. Even the distance between the car and the front door sometimes can be overwhelming with heat. So you want to make it as inviting and as pleasant as possible. Let them feel the environment when they come in. The second tip is to maximize natural light, but don't let the heat come in. Sunlight does sell homes, but in South Mississippi, sometimes sunlight can overheat your home. Open all your blinds and shades in any shaded area. If you have a sunlight area where the sun is coming directly into your house, maybe you could have some shears up there, but you don't want to have any heavy drapes because that's going to shut out, well, the sound, of course, and it's also going to shut out the heat and make it look a lot darker inside there. You want it to be as bright as possible when someone walks through your house. Plus, it makes it appear a lot bigger than what it may be. You want to also be sure that when they look out the windows, it is very clear, inside and out. The goal is bright, airy, not hot and glaring. A light-filled home feels bigger, cleaner, and more inviting. The third tip is dial in your curb appeal. This is the summer edition. In places like Gulfport, Biloxi, Bay St. Louis, Buyers often drive by the house before they actually go into the house. And of course, the first time they're ever going to see it is probably going to be on the internet. So, your exterior of your home must say, I am well kept and well loved. Keep the grass always trimmed, and the sidewalks and driveway areas need to be edged and also power washed if perhaps there's dingy and dirty with algae. Add fresh mulch and seasoned colored plants. So the colored plants make all the difference. Make sure your front door is nice and clean and inviting, or even freshly painted for that matter. And if your yard looks tired, you know that tired heat look, where it's kind of dead looking, be sure that you water it maybe every night when you know someone's coming in the next day, and kind of freshen it up and perk it up some. My fourth tip is remove any kind of humidity signals. That can be from mildew and just smells more than anything else. Nothing kills a deal in South Mississippi more than that damp, stale smell in your house. If it needs a dehumidifier, be sure you have it turned on. Check under your sinks and be sure that you don't have any leaks, and be sure that it's nice and clean. Clean and replace any HVAC vents or filters, and avoid heavy candles and plug-ins that people may think are masking the odors. Buyers are extremely sensitive to moisture issues, especially in older houses you'll find across Pascagoula, Moss Point, and Ocean Springs. Even a hint of a mildew smell, that could spell disaster. The fifth tip, stage your house for the coastal lifestyle. Here again, what we want you to do is think cool colors, light pastels, nothing heavy and dark, no heavy drapes. Still got to keep it open. You're not just selling your house, you're selling the lifestyle on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Light neutral colors with coastal accents. Minimal but tasteful decor, no clutter whatsoever. They put fresh white towels in the bathrooms. You may even want to stage your dining room table with some nice plates and utensils that have a coastal feel. And your outdoor seating, make it look nice and relaxing. Cool colors. You want to let the buyer imagine what it's like to be on the weekends in your particular home. So just make it as inviting as possible with these cool colors. The sixth tip, you want to deep clean, like the buyer is looking at every inch. You would be stunned at some people who even wipe their hands on things or wipe their fingers on, say, the baseboards or whatever. I've had it, you name it, like I said, I've had that experience. Because the buyers are looking at things. They don't want to see any dirt or filth or pet dander. So your baseboards, vents, ceiling fans need to be dusted, because dust shows in sunlight. And you're going to be having your home wide open and bright and cheery. If you've got tile grout in the bathrooms, you've got to be sure that it is clean. And if it's not clean or you can't get it clean, put another little dab of grout on there, or around your tub, put fresh silicone dab on there to keep it nice and fresh and white. For your kitchen appliances, be sure that they are clean, including inside the oven. Some people will open up your oven drawer. Be sure that your appliances are clean inside and out, especially that oven, because buyers will take a look in your oven. And closets, keep them well organized and not cluttery, because the rule of thumb, if it looks even slightly neglected, people will think that there hasn't been a lot of love shown in this house. Seventh tip, fix those small repairs that buyers will instantly see. Any kind of drippy faucet or any kind of leak around the base of the faucets. Loose doorknobs of all things. Yes, loose doorknobs and creaky doors. Get out your WD-40 and be sure that they're not creaky. Hinges also. Don't have any burned out light bulbs. Here again, we've got to make it bright and open, and nothing screams neglect than a bulb that's burned out. And if you've got cracked switch plates on your wall, what is that? 10 cents, 15 cents to replace it? Make it new. Buyers think, well, if this isn't fixed, what else could be hidden that needs to be fixed? Small repairs build trust. The 8th tip, create a flow that makes it easy and open to walk through. Walk your home like a buyer would. Just walk around. I know you're used to it, the flow of it, but just walk around and do it from the eyes of the buyer. If you've got some bulky furniture that's maybe blocking a walkway, move it, or even remove it from the room. But make sure that they can walk through the doorway and it's not obstructed anyway. Rearrange rooms to highlight space. You want it to show as large as possible. The lighting helps there too. And open doors between rooms to encourage movement. Yes, that's a big one, and also it helps with the flow of the air conditioning in the summer if you keep the doors inside the house open and not closed. You just don't want the house to be closed in feeling. You want it to be open as much as possible. In homes across D'Iberville, St. Martin, layout matters just as much as square footage. Buyers want to move effortlessly through the home, and they don't want to feel cramped. And the 9th tip, you've got to set the mood before every showing. Now this is where you really win emotionally. Before showing, turn on all the lights in the house, even the ones below your kitchen cabinets that highlight the countertops. Maybe even play soft, natural background music. Add a small touch like fresh flowers in, say, the bathroom, or fresh towels. You've got to make your beds perfectly. Do not leave beds unmade or kitchen dishes in the sink. And certainly take out the trash, because a lot of times you have odors there. And the final touch, leave the home before they arrive, because buyers want to feel like it's their home, and you want them to have that feeling when they come in. Let them place their furniture, but they don't like the owners to be hovering over them. Why not give me a call? Let me come over there and give you some tips on what to do and what not to do that'll help you bring back the most value when you sell your property. And if you want to know more information about this, feel free to send me a text or an email, or better yet, why don't you arrange a Zoom call? I've got all the information right here below. Just give me a call. You and I can meet face to face and we can talk. You can tell me what you are dealing with, what you are concerned with. We can talk about what it's going to take to get you the maximum of value for your property. That's what I've been doing for over 45 years. So give me a call and let me help you with the sale of your property to help you make a smooth move from the Mississippi Gulf Coast.